Well, this week you can take action and support On the Wings of Angels. It's a group with a common goal to empower those affected by domestic abuse. They're hosting a fundraising event on Saturday to raise awareness for abuse survivors, an important message. JoJo Dries is the founder and director of On the Wings of Angels, and she joins us in studio now to talk about this wonderful event. First, thank you for being here with us.
Thanks for having me here, Terrence. I'm so honored to be here tonight.
Hey, we're honored to have you. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing and how this came to be.
Absolutely. So we are hosting our second annual fundraising gala at the Royal Park Hotel. Doors open at 5 o'clock on Saturday, April 26th. And this came to be because I escaped domestic violence 14 years ago. And in escaping, I realized that I could help others. I could reach a hand back and say, hey, this is what you can do. You can thrive. You can create the dream life that you always wanted. You don't have to stay stuck. And so for the last 14 years, I've helped as many women as I can get out. A couple of years ago, we started On the Wings of Angels as a nonprofit, and it was supposed to be a hobby. And then all of a sudden, the community rallied around, just like they rallied around me personally. They've rallied around these survivors, and now a couple years later, we've served over 150 domestic violence survivors and dozens of children.
Wow, that's amazing. So you turned your test into a testimony.
Yes.
How did you find the strength to do that after going through something so severe, so serious?
Well, first and foremost, my faith, for sure. When you say test to a testimony, definitely. But also, in addition, you know, there's in us, we have the ability to either go one way or another. So if we were affected by domestic violence, we either have the opportunity to repeat that cycle or to stop it for the next generation. And so I come from a large family. All of my siblings have kind of stayed in that cycle. For me, I always wanted to stop it and create a new life. I married the love of my life, my childhood sweetheart, who's completely different than anything that I experienced. And then you see that, you build your dream life, and you have these children that you're now raising differently than you were raised. And so to be able to provide that hope, that sustenance, that triage service for other survivors that are like, okay, what do I do when I get out? How do I find hope beyond this difficult situation I'm in? And when they see other survivors thriving, it allows them to do the same.
Yeah, it gives them that hope too.
Yeah.
Who is this event for? Is this mostly for survivors or just for advocates, for people to know what to look out for, or just anyone?
So honestly, it's for anyone who wants to support domestic violence survivors. So on April 26th, we have DJ Kittens. DJ Kittens, Lauren Abedini, she goes around the world really and speaks on this topic. She's one of the most famous DJs out there, but she keynotes on these topics. Additional to that, there's survivors that will be speaking, and we have some special surprises for guests, but really it's a fundraising event, and the emphasis on fun. This is not your typical gala. It's not going to be stuffy. We're going to have a lot of fun. Bring your dancing shoes. And most of the ticket price goes directly into the hands of a survivor, which we take great pride in. Our sponsors, our donors, people like Austin Benefits and Mansfield Insurance, all kinds of sponsors are donating enough money so that what you are paying for your ticket actually goes to a survivor, which we're very proud of.
And I love that you say that, because the fundraiser should be fun. Don't come being all stuffy and so
No.
serious. Have a little fun, right?
Yes.
How can people support you all even after this event or just throughout the year?
Absolutely. So in the nonprofit world, we talk about time, talent, and treasure. And so let's say you're a hair salon and you say, we want to give a salon day to survivors and we want to donate our treasure. Or if you're an attorney and you say, hey, I would like to represent these survivors in court. We have those that have done that. Or if you're a doctor or a dentist and you want to give them services. Your time, right? If you want to volunteer and give advice to these survivors to help them on their next step. At On the Wings of Angels, we triage the client when they come in and say, okay, what is your immediate need? How do we get you to safety? And what's your next step? How do you get a job? You know, how do you perform in this world as a successful citizen outside of that survivor mentality? And then if you do have the funds to donate, you can be sure that we, as a nonprofit, are donating so much of the money that we bring in directly to a survivor. We don't have an office building that we're spending a lot of money on. We don't have a bunch of staff. Well, most of our service is from volunteers in the community that have likely experienced this. Our board, we have a working board. I'm very proud of that. And so the money that is donated, even post-gala, is going to a survivor to pay for gas, transportation. We gave 2 cars away last year. People have donated vehicles to us. So all of these types of things, if you have it, you know that it's going directly to a survivor who's getting out of that situation.
Yeah, certainly a party with a purpose. Tell us again the details of that event so we can get that information on the screen.
Absolutely. So if you go to onthewings.org, it's on April 26th. You'll see the first button on our website, April 26th, Royal Park Hotel. Doors open at 5 o'clock. It's a seated dinner. We have dancing, DJing, photo booth, all kinds of fun surprises for you that evening, all donated by the community.
All right, you see it there. We'll have it on our website, cbsdetroit.com as well. JoJo Dries, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us and also for being brave enough to create this kind of change in this atmosphere. You're helping a lot of people, I'm sure.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.